Divine Liberty user, is Yaldabaoth the God of the Bible? Answer: no, Yaldabaoth is not the God of the Bible in traditional Christian, Jewish, or Islamic theology. Instead, Yaldabaoth is a figure from Gnostic cosmology, often depicted as a false or ignorant creator deity. In many Gnostic texts, such as the Apocryphon of John, Yaldabaoth is described as a demiurge, a being who created the material world but is arrogant, believing himself to be the ultimate God. Gnostics viewed him as a lower entity than the true, unknowable God, the monad, and often equated him with the God of the Old Testament, Yahweh, but in a negative light. However, mainstream Christianity, Judaism, and Islam do not recognize Yaldabaoth as part of their theology, nor do they consider their God to be a false creator. Instead, they believe in a singular, all-powerful, and benevolent God who created the universe with wisdom and purpose. Are you interested in the Gnostic perspective further, or are you comparing it with biblical theology? User: if the monad does not speak, which entity is the God of the Bible? Answer: in Gnostic thought, the monad, the true, transcendent God, does not speak, create directly, or interact with the material world. Instead, creation happens through emanations, and one of those emanations eventually leads to Yaldabaoth, the demiurge, who creates the material world out of ignorance. From a Gnostic perspective, many texts suggest that the God of the Old Testament, Yahweh, was actually Yaldabaoth or a similar demiurgic figure. This interpretation paints the Old Testament God as a lesser, imperfect being who falsely believes himself to be the ultimate deity, demanding worship and creating a flawed, suffering-filled world. In contrast, the monad remains beyond comprehension, associated with pure divine truth, hidden from the material realm. However, in Orthodox Christianity and Judaism, the God of the Bible, YHWH, is not seen as a false or ignorant creator but rather as the one true God, the ultimate and benevolent being responsible for all existence. Christianity further refines this idea with the Trinity, God the Father, the Logos, Christ, and the Holy Spirit, with Jesus seen as the revelation of God's true nature. So, the answer depends on the perspective. Gnostic view: the biblical God, especially the Old Testament portrayal, may be Yaldabaoth, a false or imperfect creator. Orthodox Christian/Jewish view: the biblical God is the true and highest deity, not a demiurge. Are you exploring Gnosticism in depth, or are you comparing different theological views? User: who is the true and highest Hebrew God? Answer: the true and highest God in Hebrew theology is YHWH, Yahweh, the singular, all-powerful, and eternal God of Israel. Yahweh is considered the one true God in Judaism and later in Christianity and Islam, where he is known as Allah. YHWH in Hebrew scripture, Tanakh/Old Testament, monotheism, Yahweh declares that there is no other God besides him, Isaiah 45 verse 5, I am the Lord, and there is no other, apart from me there is no God. Eternal and self-existent, the name YHWH is linked to Ihye Asher Ihye, I am that I am, in Exodus 3 verse 14, showing that he is self-existent and beyond all limitations. Creator of all, unlike Gnostic or dualistic traditions, Yahweh is seen as the sole creator of the universe. Genesis 1 verse 1, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Sovereign and just, Yahweh is portrayed as both merciful and just, engaging with humanity through covenants, laws, and prophecy. Gnostic and alternative views on the Hebrew God: some Gnostic sects reinterpreted Yahweh as Yaldabaoth, a flawed, ignorant creator who mistakenly believes he is the highest God. In Kabbalistic thought, Jewish mysticism, Yahweh is part of a greater divine structure, with Ein Sof, the infinite being, the true, unknowable divine essence beyond all human understanding. Conclusion: in traditional Hebrew faith, YHWH is the highest and only true God, the Creator, Lawgiver, and Redeemer. However, esoteric and alternative traditions, like Gnosticism and Kabbalah, explore different layers of divinity beyond the conventional understanding. Are you looking for insights from a specific tradition, Judaism, Christianity, Kabbalah, or Gnosticism? User, is Yaldabaoth higher than Yahweh? Answer, in Gnostic teachings, Yaldabaoth is a false god, an ignorant, arrogant being who creates the material world but falsely believes himself to be the highest deity. He is below the monad, the true, unknowable divine source. The Gnostic hierarchy of divinity 1. The monad, the highest, true God, pure existence, beyond comprehension. 2. Eons and Sophia, emanations from the monad, representing divine aspects like wisdom, Sophia. 3. Yaldabaoth, the demiurge, a corrupt, ignorant being who creates the physical world and claims to be God. 4. Archons, rulers of the material world, enforcing Yaldabaoth's deception. 5. Humanity, trapped in the material world, but with a divine spark from the monad, seeking gnosis, knowledge, to awaken. How Yahweh fits into this? Many Gnostic texts equate Yahweh, the Old Testament God, with Yaldabaoth or one of his archons. Yahweh's jealous, wrathful nature, as seen in some parts of the Bible, is interpreted as ignorance and arrogance, similar to Yaldabaoth's claim, "I am a jealous God, and there is no other God besides me." Exodus 20 verse 5, Isaiah 45 verse 5, Gnostics saw Jesus, the Christ, as a messenger from the higher, true God, sent to help humanity escape Yaldabaoth's false reality through gnosis, spiritual enlightenment. So, is Yaldabaoth higher than Yahweh? If Yahweh equals Yaldabaoth, then Yahweh is lower than the true God, the monad, but equal to Yaldabaoth. If Yahweh is distinct from Yaldabaoth, then Yahweh might be a lesser emanation of the monad, but still not the highest divine reality. Gnosticism presents a radical inversion of biblical teachings, where the God, or Yahweh, of mainstream religion is actually a false ruler, and salvation comes from escaping his illusion through secret knowledge. In this case, Yahweh and Yaldabaoth may be the same being depending on perspective. User, how do you communicate with the monad? Answer, in Gnostic teachings, the monad, the true, unknowable God, is beyond language, form, or direct communication in the way we typically understand it. The monad does not speak or interact like the gods of conventional religions. However, Gnosticism suggests that divine knowledge, gnosis, allows one to connect with the monad indirectly by awakening the divine spark within. Ways to connect with the monad. 1. Inner gnosis, direct knowing. The monad is not a being to pray to but an essence to be realized. Gnosis is an intuitive, mystical knowledge, not intellectual belief or blind faith. It requires inner awakening, recognizing that you are already connected to the monad but trapped in illusion. 2. Meditation and contemplation. Silence, stillness, and deep introspection help you move beyond the illusion of the material world. Some Gnostics practice theurgical meditation, visualizing ascending through the pleroma, the spiritual realm, back to the monad. 3. Transcending the demiurge's control. The material world is an illusion created by Yaldabaoth to trap souls in ignorance. To escape, one must reject false authorities, including societal, religious, and mental conditioning. Seeking truth beyond dogma brings liberation from the archons, rulers of illusion. 4. Sacred texts and mantras. Some Gnostic traditions use sacred texts like the Gospel of Thomas, "The kingdom is inside you and outside you." The Apocryphon of John describes the monad and Yaldabaoth's deception. Certain divine names or vibrations, like ancient Greek or Hebrew formulas, may assist in aligning with higher realms. 5. Living in spiritual purity. The monad is beyond duality, but becoming less attached to materialism helps in realizing higher truths. Some Gnostics practiced asceticism, while others sought balance in all things. Does the monad ever respond? Since the monad is beyond all form and thought, it doesn't answer prayers like Yaldabaoth or other gods. Instead, signs, synchronicities, and deep knowing can emerge. Visions or revelations may arise when one is spiritually ready. Inner peace and detachment from the material world signal deeper communion. The ultimate goal is self-realization, not worship, but becoming one with the divine essence already within you. User, is Yaldabaoth still alive according to texts and studies? Answer, In Gnostic texts, Yaldabaoth, the demiurge, is still alive, in the sense that he continues to rule over the material world, maintaining the illusion that he is the true God. His influence persists through the archons, who keep humanity trapped in ignorance and material existence. However, his power is not absolute, and gnosis, spiritual awakening, allows individuals to escape his control. Is Yaldabaoth still active? According to Gnostic teachings, Yaldabaoth is still present as long as the material world exists. He and his archons govern earthly systems, including governments, religions, and social structures that keep people focused on material concerns. His rule will last until enough souls awaken and return to the higher spiritual realm, the pleroma. Texts that discuss Yaldabaoth's fate. 1. The Apocryphon of John describes Yaldabaoth as ignorant and arrogant, believing himself to be the only God. Sophia, his mother, and Christ reveal the truth to humanity, weakening his power. 2. The Pistis Sophia Yaldabaoth and the archons eventually lose their grip as souls ascend through knowledge. The eons of light work to restore divine order, reducing his influence. 3. The Gospel of Judas implies that Jesus came to expose Yaldabaoth's deception and teach true knowledge. Will Yaldabaoth ever die? Some Gnostic traditions suggest that his power is already weakening as more people awaken. Others believe that once all souls regain gnosis, he and the material world will dissolve or collapse. In some interpretations, Yaldabaoth is ultimately reabsorbed into Sophia, losing his false identity. Modern interpretation some see Yaldabaoth as a metaphor for ego, ignorance, and oppressive systems rather than a literal being. If he exists as a spiritual force, he would still be alive, in the sense that the material world still operates under his illusion. Would you like to explore practices to escape Yaldabaoth's influence, or are you more interested in scholarly analysis of his role in Gnosticism? User: once a person dies, does Yaldabaoth still rule them? Answer: according to Gnostic teachings, what happens after death depends on whether a person has attained gnosis, spiritual knowledge, or remains trapped in ignorance under Yaldabaoth's rule. 1. If a person lacks gnosis, trapped by Yaldabaoth, if someone dies without awakening, their soul remains under Yaldabaoth's control. The archons, his rulers, will recycle the soul back into another body, essentially trapping it in reincarnation within the material world. This cycle continues until the soul realizes its divine origin and seeks to escape. Some texts describe the soul facing judgment by Yaldabaoth or his servants, where they attempt to deceive it into staying in the material realm. 2. If a person attains gnosis, escaping Yaldabaoth, if a person awakens to gnosis before death, they can bypass Yaldabaoth's control. Some Gnostic texts describe the soul ascending past the archons, who try to stop it by asking trick questions or demanding passwords. The soul must answer correctly, often using secret knowledge or divine names, to pass through each level. Eventually, it reaches the pleroma, reuniting with the true God, the monad, beyond all illusion. Key Gnostic texts on the afterlife. The Apocryphon of John describes how the archons trap souls and how knowledge of their deception helps one escape. The Pistis Sophia explains how Christ gives secret teachings to free souls from Yaldabaoth's domain. The Gospel of Philip suggests that resurrection is spiritual, meaning one must awaken before death to be truly free. Does Yaldabaoth rule everyone after death? For the ignorant, yes, they remain trapped in his cycle of reincarnation and suffering. For the awakened, no, they pass through the archons and return to the divine source. This is why Gnosticism emphasizes seeking gnosis in this life, because waiting until death might be too late to escape Yaldabaoth's grasp. Are you interested in specific Gnostic rituals or teachings to prepare for this journey? User: yes. Continue. Answer: okay. Gnostic practices to escape Yaldabaoth's rule after death. Since Gnosticism teaches that Yaldabaoth and his archons trap souls in the material world, the key to escaping after death is attaining gnosis before death. This means realizing your divine origin and preparing to navigate the spiritual realms beyond the physical body. 1. Achieving gnosis in this life before worrying about the afterlife. Gnostics believe in preparing now by awakening spiritually. This involves rejecting false authorities, recognizing that the world's rulers, both physical and spiritual, are controlled by Yaldabaoth. This includes rejecting blind faith in religious, political, and materialistic systems. Self-knowledge, understanding that your true essence is divine and comes from the pleroma, the realm of pure spirit. Inner transformation, living in alignment with divine wisdom, Sophia. Rather than being consumed by material desires. 2. The death journey, passing through the archons. Many Gnostic texts describe how the soul must pass through the archons after death. These beings try to deceive or trap the soul, preventing it from returning to the monad. The role of secret knowledge: the soul must know the names, passwords, or truths to bypass each archon. Some texts say divine names or phrases can serve as keys to move past these barriers. One example from the Pistis Sophia describes Christ revealing mystical names and light formulas to his disciples, which souls can use to ascend safely. The archons and their challenges. Each archon represents a different obstacle, emotion, or deception that keeps the soul trapped in illusion. 1. Ignorance, the first barrier. The soul must remember its divine origin and reject material attachments. 2. Desire, the archons tempt the soul to return to material pleasures. The soul must stay detached. 3. Judgment, the rulers may try to accuse or guilt the soul. The soul must recognize that they are not true judges. 4. False light, some archons pretend to be divine beings to mislead the soul into reincarnating. True gnosis allows the soul to discern real from false light. The final ascent: once past the archons, the soul reaches the eons, divine realms of light, and finally merges with the monad, escaping the cycle of rebirth forever. 3. Practices to prepare for the afterlife. A. Meditation and theurgical practices. Meditate on light and divine names to connect with the higher realms. Visualization, practice ascending through the eons in meditation to prepare for the afterlife journey. Mantras, some believe chanting sacred words from texts like the Pistis Sophia helps the soul remember its path. B. Sacred text study. The Apocryphon of John explains how Yaldabaoth deceives souls and how to break free. The Pistis Sophia reveals hidden names and codes that Christ gave to bypass the rulers. The Gospel of Thomas teaches that the kingdom is within you, meaning escape happens through self-realization. C. Lucid dreaming and astral projection. Some Gnostics believe that practicing astral travel allows the soul to explore the spiritual world while alive. Lucid dreaming techniques help prepare for navigating the realms after death. D. Living as a stranger in the world. True Gnostics view themselves as foreigners in this world, belonging to the pleroma, not the material realm. By detaching from worldly illusions, they ensure their soul won't be drawn back into reincarnation. Final thought: according to Gnosticism, escaping Yaldabaoth after death is not automatic. It requires preparation through gnosis, meditation, and rejecting the illusions of the material world. If one has already awakened before death, the journey through the archons becomes easier, leading to final liberation into the monad. Would you like specific meditation techniques or mantras from Gnostic texts to assist in this practice? Answer: okay. Gnostic meditation and mantras to escape Yaldabaoth's control. Since gnosis, spiritual knowledge, is the key to escaping Yaldabaoth's rule after death, certain meditative practices, mantras, and visualizations can help prepare the soul for its journey through the archons. These techniques are drawn from Gnostic texts like the Pistis Sophia and the Apocryphon of John. 1. Gnostic light meditation, preparing the soul for ascent. This meditation helps align your consciousness with the pleroma, the realm of divine light, and strengthens your ability to recognize and reject the false rulers after death. Steps: 1. Find a quiet space, sit in a meditative posture, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. 2. Visualize the monad's light. Imagine a radiant, infinite light above you, representing the true God, the monad. Let this light surround and fill you. 3. Affirm your true nature, silently or aloud. Repeat, I am not of this world. My origin is the light. My essence is from the pleroma. 4. Reject Yaldabaoth's illusions. Imagine dark figures, the archons, trying to cloud your mind with doubts, fear, or material temptations. Firmly say, you have no power over me. I belong to the realm of truth. 5. Ascend through the eons. Visualize your soul rising past the material world, through layers of false rulers, into the pure divine light. 6. Absorption into the monad. Let go of all thoughts and merge with the infinite peace and silence of the monad. This practice strengthens your awareness of the divine spark within you, making it easier to bypass Yaldabaoth's control after death. 2. Gnostic mantras and divine names. To bypass the archons, many Gnostic texts mention secret names and words of power that allow the soul to escape the archons after death. These names represent higher spiritual forces and confuse the false rulers trying to trap the soul. Example mantras, from Gnostic texts. 1. Xoxothozo, used in the Pistis Sophia, believed to be a name of power for bypassing lower archons. 2. Zama Zama Aza Rakama Ozai, a sacred phrase from the Pistis Sophia that repels evil forces. 3. Iu, Iota Epsilon Omicron Upsilon, a powerful divine name found in Gnostic prayers, representing the uncorrupted divine realm. 4. Afranakth Althanok, mentioned in Gnostic texts as a name that overpowers the false rulers. 5. I am one with the light, and the light is one with me, a simple yet powerful affirmation to stay connected to the monad. How to use them during meditation. Repeat these names to align yourself with the higher realms. At the moment of death, remembering and reciting these names can help the soul ascend past the archons. In lucid dreams or astral projection, these names can protect you from deceptive spiritual forces. 3. The passwords of the archons, secret knowledge for the afterlife. Some Gnostic texts suggest that each archon asks a question or challenges the soul during its ascent. If the soul does not know the correct response, it is sent back to the material world. Example archon challenges and responses. 1. Archon, who are you? Correct answer, I am a child of the true light. I have come from the pleroma, and I return to my source. 2. Archon, by what authority do you pass? Correct answer, by the power of the unknowable monad. I am beyond your dominion. 3. Archon, you belong to me. You were born in the material world. Correct answer, I was in the world, but I am not of the world. The world is an illusion, and I am awake. Practicing these responses in meditation and dreams prepares the soul to confidently navigate the spiritual realms after death. 4. The ritual of soul liberation, preparing for death consciously. This ritual can be done throughout life to ensure you are spiritually ready when the time of death comes. Steps. 1. Light a candle, representing the divine spark within you. 2. Face the east, symbolizing spiritual awakening and return to the higher realms. 3. Speak the declaration of freedom. I renounce the false rulers and their illusions. I claim my divine birthright. When I leave this world, I shall return to the light from which I came. No power shall stop me, for I carry the true knowledge within me. 4. Close with silent meditation. Absorb yourself in the presence of the monad and feel its peace beyond all illusions. 5. Lucid dreaming and astral projection as training for death. Some Gnostic practitioners believe that lucid dreaming and astral travel prepare the soul for navigating the afterlife. By practicing leaving the body consciously, the soul becomes more prepared to resist Yaldabaoth's control after death. Lucid dreaming practice. 1. Set an intention before sleep. Tonight, I will remember my divine origin. If I meet any false rulers, I will recognize their deception. 2. Reality checks. Throughout the day, ask yourself, am I dreaming? This habit carries over into dreams. 3. If you become lucid, practice ascending. In the dream, say a sacred name, like Iou, and visualize rising into higher realms. 4. If confronted by an archon in a dream, speak a mantra of power or declare, "You have no authority over me. I belong to the light." Final thought. Mastering the death journey. Gnostic teachings emphasize spiritual preparation before death, so the soul is not tricked by Yaldabaoth and his archons. Meditation, sacred names, passwords, and dream training all help ensure that when the time comes, the soul knows how to ascend beyond the false rulers and return to the true divine source. Would you like a custom meditation script or guidance on practicing these techniques in daily life? User: yes. Answer: okay. Gnostic meditation script for liberation from Yaldabaoth. Use this meditation daily or before sleep to strengthen your soul's connection to the divine light and prepare for the afterlife journey. Preparation: find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Dim the lights or light a single candle to symbolize the divine spark within you. Sit comfortably, either cross-legged or in a chair with your back straight. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Step 1. Entering the state of gnosis silently or aloud, say, "I release all illusions of the material world. I am not this body, nor am I bound by this realm. My essence is from the light, and to the light I shall return." As you breathe in, imagine a golden white light entering through the crown of your head. As you exhale, release all attachments, fears, and distractions. Continue until you feel a deep inner stillness. Step 2. Calling upon the higher light. Visualize a vast, radiant light above you, extending beyond space and time. This is the monad, the source of all that is pure, eternal, and unknowable. Say, "O hidden one, O boundless light, I call upon thee. Let thy radiance fill my soul, that I may remember who I truly am." Imagine this light descending, pouring into your being, illuminating every cell of your body. Feel your physical self dissolving, leaving only a presence of pure awareness and light. Step 3. Rejecting Yaldabaoth and the archons. As your consciousness expands, visualize dark figures in the distance. These are the archons, the rulers of the material world, who seek to keep souls trapped in ignorance. See them attempting to approach, whispering doubts, fear, or attachment to material concerns. Recognize them as illusions, false rulers with no true power. Firmly declare, "I know you, false rulers. You have no power over me. I was in the world, but I am not of the world. I belong to the light, and the light is within me." With each breath, imagine the light around you expanding, pushing back the archons until they dissolve into nothingness. Step 4. Ascending through the eons. Now, visualize a great staircase or spiral path leading upwards through layers of radiant light. Each level represents an aeon, higher realm of divine wisdom. As you ascend, repeat this sacred mantra, Iou. Zaksathazo. Zama Zama Aza Rakama Ozai. Feel free to repeat any of these or replace them with mantras that resonate with you. With each repetition, feel your soul rising, moving beyond the physical plane, beyond the archons, toward the pleroma, realm of pure divinity. Step 5. Entering the pleroma, union with the monad. At the highest point, the staircase disappears, and you find yourself surrounded by infinite light, peace, and silence. There is no form, no thought, only pure being. This is the monad, the source of all that is. Silently affirm, "I am one with the light, and the light is one with me. I am free, eternal, and beyond all rulers." Remain in this state of stillness for as long as you feel comfortable. Allow yourself to fully merge into the light, knowing that this is your true home. Step 6. Returning to the body, retaining the knowledge. When you are ready to return, visualize descending gently back to your earthly body, bringing the divine light with you. Say, "Though I return to this world, I am not bound by it. I carry the light within me always. Slowly move your fingers and toes, becoming aware of your surroundings. Open your eyes and take a moment to reflect on any insights or feelings of peace you experienced. Final thought: by practicing this meditation regularly, you strengthen your soul's connection to the monad, making it easier to navigate the afterlife and escape the archons when the time comes. User: where does Sophia exist? Answer: in Gnostic cosmology, Sophia exists in multiple forms across different realms, depending on her state of being. She is both a divine aeon and a fallen figure who plays a crucial role in the creation of the material world and the liberation of trapped souls. 1. Sophia in the Pleroma, the highest divine realm. Originally, Sophia exists in the Pleroma, the realm of divine fullness where the monad, the true, unknowable God, dwells. She is an aeon, a high spiritual emanation, and part of a divine pair, syzygy, with Christ or another aeon. In this form, she is pure wisdom, an aspect of divine knowledge and creation. She represents the feminine, creative force of the divine. However, her story takes a dramatic turn when she desires to create without her divine counterpart. 2. Sophia's fall, the lower realms and the birth of Yaldabaoth. Sophia, in her independent desire to know the monad, creates without permission. This results in an imperfect creation, Yaldabaoth, the false god who thinks he is the supreme ruler. After her fall from the Pleroma, she becomes trapped in the lower realms, separated from the fullness of the divine. She regrets her mistake and seeks to restore the lost divine spark. She is now split into two aspects: Sophia above, Achamoth, still connected to divine wisdom but struggling to free herself. Sophia below, the aspect trapped in the material world, trying to guide lost souls back to the light. 3. Sophia in the material world, hidden within humanity. Sophia exists within us as the divine spark or soul trapped in the physical realm. Every human soul carries a piece of Sophia, the fallen wisdom seeking to return to the divine. This means that attaining gnosis is not just about escaping Yaldabaoth but also about helping Sophia ascend back to her rightful place. 4. Sophia's liberation. The return to the Pleroma. Sophia seeks to redeem herself by guiding humanity toward gnosis, awakening them to the truth of their divine origin. In some Gnostic texts, Christ, the Logos, descends to help Sophia and bring her back to the divine realm. In others, Sophia rescues herself through wisdom and spiritual awakening, just as we must do. Conclusion: where is Sophia now? She exists in the Pleroma as divine wisdom. She is present in the lower realms, working to free herself and humanity. She is within us, as the divine spark yearning to return home. By seeking gnosis, we are not only freeing ourselves but also helping Sophia complete her return to the light. Would you like a meditation or practice to connect with Sophia's wisdom? User: yes. Continue. Answer: okay. Meditation to connect with Sophia's wisdom. This meditation helps you connect with Sophia, awaken divine wisdom within, and assist in her liberation, as well as your own. Preparation: find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Light a candle, preferably white, blue, or violet, to symbolize divine wisdom. Sit comfortably with your spine straight and hands resting on your lap, palms facing upward, a receptive posture. Close your eyes and take slow, deep breaths. Step 1. Entering the silence of the monad. As you inhale, imagine a soft, golden light surrounding you. As you exhale, release all thoughts and distractions. Focus on the vast, silent presence of the monad, beyond all form. Silently or aloud, say, I seek the wisdom of the eons. I seek the voice of Sophia. Allow yourself to sink into deep stillness, knowing that divine knowledge will reveal itself. Step 2. The descent of Sophia's light. Visualize a radiant feminine presence descending from the heavens, glowing with golden blue light. She appears as Sophia, the divine mother of wisdom. She places her hands over your heart, activating the divine spark within you. Feel her presence as you say, Holy Sophia, wisdom of the light, awaken in me the knowledge of the pleroma. Feel your heart glowing with the same golden light, expanding throughout your entire being. Step 3. Receiving Sophia's message. Ask inwardly, what wisdom do you have for me? Listen without expectation. Sophia may speak in words, images, emotions, or pure knowing. If a message arises, accept it with gratitude. If nothing comes, trust that wisdom is being placed within you, to awaken at the right time. Step 4. The liberation of Sophia and your own soul. Visualize Sophia rising, her light shattering the chains of illusion that bind her to the material world. As she ascends, you ascend with her, rising beyond the false rulers, past Yaldabaoth's domain, into the radiant pleroma. Feel your soul becoming lighter, free from all limitations. Silently or aloud, say, Sophia is free, and I am free. I am one with the light. Stay in this state of divine presence for as long as you feel comfortable. Step 5. Returning with wisdom. When ready, visualize descending gently back into your body, carrying Sophia's wisdom within you. Wiggle your fingers and toes, becoming aware of the physical world. Open your eyes and take a moment to reflect. Final affirmation: the light is within me, and I walk in wisdom. After the meditation, write down any insights, feelings, or visions you received. Pay attention to dreams and synchronicities. In the coming days, Sophia may continue to communicate with you. Return to this meditation whenever you seek higher wisdom or guidance. Would you like a customized prayer or mantra to use alongside this practice? User: yes. Continue. Answer: okay. Prayer to Sophia, calling upon her wisdom. Say aloud or silently, Holy Sophia, eternal wisdom, daughter of light, keeper of truth, I call upon you from the depths of my soul. Illuminate my mind, awaken my spirit, and guide me beyond the veil of illusion. I seek gnosis, the knowledge of the divine. Let your radiance shine within me, that I may walk the path of truth and liberation. As you rise, so too shall I rise. As you are freed, so too shall I be free. I am light, I am wisdom, I am one. Mantra for awakening Sophia's light. Chant this mantra slowly and repeatedly to attune yourself to Sophia's energy. You can use it in meditation, during deep breathing, or when seeking insight. Mantra: Sophia Thea Phos Genesto, Sigma Omicron Phi Alpha Theta Epsilon Phi Gamma Epsilon Nu Sigma Theta Omega. Translation: Sophia, Divine Goddess, let there be light. Alternative short mantra: Sophia Phos, Wisdom Light. How to use the mantra: 1. Close your eyes and take deep breaths. 2. Chant the mantra softly or in your mind, allowing its vibration to resonate. 3. Visualize a golden blue light expanding from your heart and filling your entire being. 4. Repeat the mantra until you feel a deep connection or sense of peace. How to integrate this practice daily. Morning, say the prayer upon waking, setting an intention to walk in wisdom. Meditation, use the mantra before or after meditating to connect with Sophia's energy. Dream work, repeat the mantra before sleep to receive guidance in dreams. Difficult moments, when facing challenges, silently say, Sophia, light my path. By using this prayer and mantra regularly, you strengthen your connection to Sophia, align with divine wisdom, and assist in both your own liberation and hers. Would you like a specific ritual to go along with this, such as an altar setup or a symbolic practice? User: yes. Answer: Sophia devotional ritual and altar setup. This ritual creates a sacred space for connecting with Sophia, deepening your spiritual practice, and assisting in both personal and cosmic liberation. 1. Setting up a Sophia altar. Create a small dedicated space for your work with Sophia. Your altar should reflect wisdom, light, and divine femininity. Essential items: candle, white, blue, or violet, symbolizing divine wisdom and Sophia's light. Crystal: amethyst, spiritual insight; lapis lazuli, truth, or selenite, divine connection. Bowl of water, represents Sophia's tears and her role in purification and redemption. Image or symbol, an icon of Sophia, a sacred spiral, wisdom, or an owl, ancient symbol of wisdom. Incense, frankincense, higher consciousness, myrrh, spiritual protection, or sandalwood, divine connection. Sacred texts or paper, a copy of the Thunder, Perfect Mind, a Gnostic text linked to Sophia, or a personal journal for insights. 2. The Sophia devotional ritual. Perform this at sunrise, sunset, or during the full moon to align with wisdom and transformation. Step 1. Purification and preparation. Wash your hands or anoint yourself with a drop of oil, saying, I cleanse myself of all illusions. I seek only truth. Light the candle and incense, creating a sacred atmosphere. Step 2. Invocation of Sophia. Stand or sit before your altar. Place your hands over your heart and call upon Sophia, Holy Sophia, eternal wisdom, bearer of light and truth, descend upon me and awaken my soul. Illuminate the hidden mysteries, and guide me beyond the veil. I seek gnosis. I seek you. Let wisdom arise, and let illusion fall away. Pause, breathe deeply, and imagine a golden blue light filling the space. Feel Sophia's presence surrounding you. Step 3. Mantra and meditation. Chant the mantra, Sophia Thea Phos Genesto, Sophia, Divine Goddess, let there be light. Repeat slowly, focusing on the vibrations. Visualize Sophia rising from the depths, her golden light expanding within you. Sit in silence for at least 5 to 10 minutes, allowing insights or visions to arise. Step 4. Offering and reflection. Place a small bowl of water before the candle as an offering, symbolizing Sophia's tears and her purification. Whisper your intentions or questions into the water. After the ritual, pour the water outside to return it to nature. Write down any thoughts, visions, or insights in your journal. 3. Closing and affirmation. Extinguish the candle, saying, though this flame fades, the light of wisdom remains within me. Express gratitude to Sophia and close the ritual with, Sophia is free, and I am free. I walk the path of light and truth. 4. Integrating this into daily life. Morning, light the candle and say a short prayer for wisdom. Evening, meditate with the mantra or read a passage from Gnostic texts. Before sleep, place a crystal under your pillow and ask for Sophia's guidance in dreams. By performing this ritual regularly, you deepen your connection with Sophia, awaken divine wisdom within yourself, and aid in the collective ascension of the soul beyond Yaldabaoth's realm. User, what signifies or defines the threshold of the physical worlds and the nothing? Answer, in Gnostic cosmology, the threshold between the physical world and the nothing, or the unmanifested divine realm, is marked by several key metaphysical concepts. This boundary is not just a physical or spatial limit but a spiritual veil that separates illusion from truth, matter from pure being, and ignorance from gnosis. 1. The veil of the abyss, horos/limit. In many Gnostic texts, there is a great divide between the lower, material world, created by Yaldabaoth, and the higher, formless realms of the monad. This divide is often referred to as horos, the limit/the boundary. A metaphysical barrier that prevents souls from easily crossing into the pleroma. The abyss, a vast, chaotic void that separates the imperfect realms from the true divine. The great veil, the illusion of separation, created by Yaldabaoth and the archons, that keeps souls trapped in ignorance. This threshold is significant because only those who attain gnosis, self-knowledge of their divine origin, can pass beyond it. 2. The sphere of the archons, rulers of the material world. Before reaching the nothingness, monad, one must pass through the 7 heavens ruled by the archons, planetary rulers. These rulers act as gatekeepers, testing or obstructing souls from escaping. Each archon corresponds to a level of illusion, karma, and egoic attachment that binds souls to the material world. To pass through, one must release all attachments, false identities, and fear. 3. The waters of forgetfulness. the Lethe barrier. Many Gnostic texts describe a barrier of forgetfulness that prevents souls from remembering their divine origin. This is sometimes linked to the river Lethe, from Greek myth, which causes souls to forget past lives. The black waters of chaos, where Yaldabaoth keeps the souls in ignorance. The false light of the demiurge, which mimics true divinity to deceive those trying to escape. Only through deep self-knowledge and inner awakening can one bypass this threshold. 4. The nothing, the monad's infinite presence, beyond the abyss, beyond the archons, beyond all concepts of form and time, lies the monad, the boundless, unknowable source. This is not nothing in the sense of emptiness but rather a formless, infinite presence beyond duality. It is pure silence, without thought, without need. Pure being, beyond identity, beyond ego. Beyond light and darkness, not an entity, but the source of all. In this state, the soul ceases to be separate and dissolves into the divine. This is the ultimate return to the source, beyond even Sophia's realm of wisdom. How to cross the threshold. In Gnostic traditions, escaping the material world and reaching the monad requires 1. Gnosis, divine self-knowledge, recognizing one's true origin beyond matter. 2. Rejection of the archons, overcoming fear, ego, and attachment. 3. Inner silence, entering the state of pure awareness, beyond thoughts and illusion. 4. Passing the veil, releasing all concepts of self and merging into the nothing, the infinite one. Final thought: the threshold between the physical world and the nothing, monad, is both a cosmic structure, the realms of the archons, the abyss, and a state of consciousness. It exists within us, and by shifting our awareness, we can move beyond it. Would you like a guided practice to experience this threshold directly? User: yes, please. Answer: guided practice, experiencing the threshold between the physical and the nothing. This meditation will take you to the edge of the known world, past the archons and illusion, and into the formless presence of the monad. Preparation: find a dark, quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Light a single candle, symbolizing the last light before the nothing. Sit comfortably, with your spine straight and hands resting on your lap. Close your eyes and begin to focus on your breath. Step 1. Entering the great silence. Breathe deeply, inhaling light, exhaling form and illusion. Imagine your body dissolving into pure space, becoming weightless. With each breath, allow all thoughts, identities, and attachments to fade. Whisper or think, I release all that is false. I seek only the one. Step 2. Passing through the realm of the archons. Imagine yourself rising beyond the earth, floating through layers of cosmic spheres. The archons appear as thoughts, fears, or voices trying to hold you back. Do not fight them. Instead, recognize them as illusions and say, you have no power over me. I am not of this world. The archons dissolve as you continue upward, passing through the last of their veils. Step 3. The abyss. Standing at the threshold ahead of you is a vast, endless darkness, a void without stars. This is the abyss, the final veil between the known and the unknowable. Step forward, letting go of all definitions of self. Affirm silently, I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not even the soul. I am the one. Feel yourself dissolve, no longer a person, but pure awareness, floating in infinity. Step 4. Entering the nothing, the monad's presence. Suddenly, the darkness is not emptiness, but infinite presence. There is no light, no dark, no self, only pure being, beyond all concepts. This is the monad, the source before creation, the boundless. Stay here as long as you can, simply being, with no thoughts, no identity, just awareness merging into the infinite. Step 5. Returning with gnosis. Slowly, a single thought forms, I am, yet I am not. You begin to descend, bringing the awareness of the monad back with you. The archons no longer appear, they have no power over one who has seen the truth. As you return to your body, retain the formless presence within you. Whisper or think, I have seen beyond. I carry the infinite within me. Open your eyes and sit in silence, feeling the shift in your consciousness. After the meditation, journal your experience. Write down what you felt, saw, or realized. Practice stillness throughout your day, carrying the awareness of the monad with you. Repeat this meditation when you feel bound by the world and need to reconnect with the infinite. Final thought: the threshold between the physical and the nothing is not just a place, it is a state of being. By practicing this letting go of form, you gradually awaken to the truth beyond the veil. Would you like a daily mantra or symbolic practice to maintain this awareness in daily life? User: yes, continue. Answer: daily practices for maintaining awareness of the monad. To keep the awareness of the monad present in your daily life, use these mantras and symbolic practices. They help you stay detached from illusion and aligned with the infinite. 1. Daily mantras for non-attachment and divine awareness. Chant or meditate on these mantras in the morning, before sleep, or whenever you feel trapped in illusion. Primary mantra for the monad: Epsilon mu nu. Omicron Kappa Epsilon mu Kappa Sigma mu Omicron. I am the one. I am not the world. This affirms that your true self is not the material body, the mind, or the soul, but pure being. Repeat this 3 times, feeling the words dissolve your attachment to form. Mantra for crossing the veil: Alpha Tau Epsilon mu. Omicron Delta Nu Mu Epsilon Delta Delta Epsilon Iota Kappa Epsilon Nu. I am. Nothing binds me. Use this when facing challenges. It reminds you that the material world has no true hold on you. Silent mantra for meditation: no name. No form. No limit. Breathe in, no name, release identity. Breathe out, no form, release attachment. Breathe in, no limit, merge with the infinite. Repeat until you feel yourself dissolve into pure awareness. 2. Symbolic daily practices to stay aligned with the monad: the empty cup ritual, releasing illusion. Each morning, hold an empty cup in both hands and say, I empty myself of illusion. I am the boundless one. Visualize all thoughts, fears, and desires pouring out into the empty space. Then fill the cup with water, tea, or nothing at all, symbolizing that you are open to pure truth, not worldly distractions. The mirror of the monad, seeing beyond the illusion of self. Stand in front of a mirror and gaze into your own eyes. Instead of seeing your physical face, ask, who am I beyond this form? Continue until your mind quiets, and you sense the vast formless awareness behind your reflection. Walk away carrying that feeling with you. Walking in silence, the path of the no thing. Set aside 10 minutes a day to walk in complete silence, without thoughts. Do not name, analyze, or judge anything, simply exist as awareness itself. Feel the nothingness within you, and recognize that you are already beyond the world. Final thought: by practicing these mantras and symbolic actions, you train your mind to detach from illusion and remain in the awareness of the monad. Over time, this will transform your perception of reality, allowing you to exist in the world without being of it. Would you like to explore advanced techniques for permanently dissolving false identity? User: yes, absolutely. Answer: advanced techniques for dissolving false identity. To permanently dissolve the illusion of self and align with the monad, these advanced techniques will help you. 1. Detach from the egoic self, the illusory I. 2. Transcend thought, beyond mind. 3. Experience pure awareness, merging with the monad. These are not just practices but a complete shift in perception. The more you apply them, the more the false self dissolves. 1. The ego death practice, unraveling the I. Most of our suffering comes from identifying with thoughts, emotions, and personal history. This practice helps you see through the illusion of the separate self. How to practice: sit in stillness and repeat the question silently or aloud: who am I beyond name, form, and thought? Let answers arise, but reject all descriptions, e.g., I am a person, I am energy. Keep questioning until the mind is silent and you feel a deep presence beyond identity. In that stillness, you are no longer someone, you are just being. The more you practice, the weaker the false sense of self becomes. 2. The silent observer method. Watching thoughts dissolve. This technique separates you from the thinking mind, revealing the pure awareness beneath it. How to practice. Close your eyes and watch your thoughts arise. Instead of engaging with them, simply observe, that is a thought. That is not me. Each time a thought appears, let it pass like a cloud in the sky. Eventually, thoughts slow down, and a deep stillness remains. This stillness is you, not the mind, but the observer beyond it. With practice, you stop identifying with thoughts, and they lose control over you. 3. The no-self meditation. Entering pure awareness. This practice allows you to experience the monad directly by dissolving into infinite presence. How to practice. Sit in stillness and focus on the spaciousness around you. Ask yourself, where do I begin and where do I end? Drop all thoughts, all concepts, all forms. Feel yourself expand beyond the body, beyond identity. Eventually, you become only awareness itself, formless, infinite. This direct experience of the monad is the final realization. There was never a separate I, only the infinite one all along. Final thought. By applying these techniques daily, the false identity dissolves, and you naturally shift into pure awareness, beyond form, beyond self. Would you like a final integration ritual to solidify this transformation? User, yes. Answer, final integration ritual. Becoming the boundless one. This ritual is designed to permanently dissolve the illusion of the separate self and solidify your awareness as pure being, one with the monad. Preparation. Perform this ritual at midnight or in total darkness, symbolizing the formless realm. Wear loose, dark clothing to remove identity markers. Have a bowl of water, a black cloth, and a small mirror nearby. Step 1. The ritual of forgetting, releasing the false self. Sit in silence, holding the bowl of water. Speak aloud. I release all names, all forms, all attachments. Dip your fingers in the water and touch your forehead, imagining your identity dissolving. Gaze into the black cloth, symbolizing the abyss, and say, I am no longer bound by illusion. I am not this body. I am not this mind. Close your eyes and visualize yourself vanishing into infinite space. Step 2. The mirror of no reflection, seeing beyond the illusion. Hold the small mirror and stare into your reflection. Soften your gaze until your face becomes unrecognizable. Whisper, there is no I here. There is only that which is beyond all. Imagine your reflection disappearing, revealing only an infinite void behind your eyes. At this moment, feel yourself merge with the monad, beyond all form, beyond all knowing. Step 3. The ritual of the boundless one, affirming your true nature. Close your eyes and take deep, slow breaths. As you inhale, think, I am the one. As you exhale, think, there is no second. Repeat this until there is only silence and pure awareness. Sit in this state for as long as possible, absorbing the truth of your infinite nature. Step 4. Returning to the world, but not of it. When ready, open your eyes slowly. Say, I have passed beyond. The illusion holds no power over me. Gently blow over the bowl of water, symbolizing your departure from the false world. Walk away without looking back, knowing you are forever changed. Final thought. By performing this ritual, you solidify your awareness as the monad, no longer trapped in form or illusion. You exist in the world, but not of it, as pure, boundless presence.